Don't go on another date until you watch this. So I matched with this guy on Coffee Meets Bagel. We hit it off. I give him my number. He messages me and asks me to meet for coffee the same day. I was like, whoa. I don't do same day coffee dates and I don't even like coffee. So why don't we do tomorrow or something and we can do like a FaceTime or a phone call tonight? And he was like, oh, today is my only day in town. I'm going to Colombia. And I was like, how long are you going to Colombia for? And he's like, I'm going to be back in November. And I was like, okay, why don't we wait until you're back from Colombia to keep the momentum going, and we can do the FaceTime or phone call in the meantime. So he's like, okay, I'll call you tomorrow, which is Wednesday. On Wednesday, he calls me in the evening, and I immediately clocked that he's at home, which I was like, aren't you supposed to be in Colombia or on the way anyway? But who am I? And then I also noticed that the TV was on, and he was watching the game while talking to me, which is kind of rude, but whatever. It was immediately clear that he didn't remember anything we had texted about. He started the call basically like shitting on DC, how he hates going to DC. He never goes to DC. Everything he wants to do is in Maryland. And I'm sitting there like, I literally live in DC. So like, what? What are you talking about? Whatever. So then, we get into like getting to know you questions, and he asked me a little bit about me and my interests, and like, I'm a big foodie. I really enjoy going to like dinner parties and stuff like that. And I went to 2 dinner parties last week, and he was like, oh, you were at the dinner parties. Like, were you guys twerking? I was like, what? Twerking? I was so confused by like, I didn't even understand like twerking. I was like, no, it's not like that type of party. One of them was a whiskey tasting with like food pairings, and I was really there for the food. And he was like, oh, okay, so we're like, there are a ton of guys hitting on you. And I was just like, I was perplexed. I was really perplexed by the line of questioning and like the phrasing and his tone. So I was like, okay, I would change the topic. And I started to ask him, okay, do you have any kids? He said he had a daughter. And I'm pretty sure on his profile, he said no kids, but I couldn't confirm because like once I gave him my number, he unmatched me, which was suspicious. Okay, tell me about this Colombia trip. Who are you going with? And he's like, oh, I'm going with just one other person, a friend. And I was like, okay, that's a woman. Okay, that's a woman. Clocked it immediately. You're going with a woman. The way he said it was so sketchy. Like in my mind, I'm like, you're going to Colombia for 2 weeks with a woman, but you wanted to squeeze me in on Tuesday before your trip, and you're not even going until Sunday. Lastly, he asked me like why I'm on the sites, what am I looking for? And I said, I'm looking for a life partner. I'm looking for someone to do life with. And then I asked him the same question, and he was like, well, I'm looking to meet women. And I was like, looking to meet women for what purpose? He's like, for the purpose of getting to know them and see where things go. And I was, in my mind, I was like, at your big age of 39, you can't even say I'm looking for a relationship. No, thank you. No, thank you. So I immediately just ended the call there. But I really just wanted to share this story with you guys because it's just like a 20-minute conversation revealed so much. I didn't have to leave my home. I didn't have to get dressed up. I didn't have to waste outfit. I didn't have to do anything. I just had to speak to this guy, look at his face, observe his mannerisms, and in less than 20 minutes, I knew that this was not the one for me. So I'm just really sharing this with you guys so that you too can, vet. Just do a phone call, do a FaceTime, and you could like really weed these people out so much faster, and you lose nothing. Like 20 minutes of my time wasted. Yeah, I was a little bit excited. I was hopeful, but like I'm over it because I don't know this person. So save yourself some heartbreak, or at least save yourself some makeup and some cute outfits, and vet these niggas.